Good morning, everyone. It is still morning, and I'm glad you're here. So as we come together in consciousness in this wonderful room where so much good has come, we are going to know together even more good. So I invite you to be comfortable in your chair, to close your eyes if you will, and come with me now with the idea. Beautiful presence, beloved spirit. I breathe into this moment, this beautiful moment, knowing that this is the moment. We only have the present moment to move forward, to do all of those things that are in our heart and mind and consciousness to come. And so in this day, in this moment, we rise in expectation of wonderful things to unfold from the music, from the words, from everything that unfolds, the comments of friends, the smiles. It's an experience. And I invite us all to know right now that we have a grand, magnificent experience right now and in the moments to come. I am grateful to know that what I know and expect is actually what comes forth in my life. And I allow my life to unfold in such an affirmative way. And I invite everyone in this room to know with me that it is good and very good. And so, in gratitude, release this word and know that it's absolutely done. And so it is. So before we move forward with this day, I'm going to share the announcements of things that are coming up. We really, really appreciate all the wonderful donations for the teen bake sale. They had so much fun, and I hope you all had fun watching them create this wonderful experience. This bake sale is the first one that this group has had in a while, and I think they had great fun. I don't think they thought that they would get the reception from this congregation that they got, that they received, and they know how much love there was. So thank you all if you were here and participated and donated, and even if you didn't, you contribute to this wonderful good. There are 2 Science of Mind accredited classes that are coming up. Tomorrow night begins the first one. It's Reverend Gregory, who's right here on the front row. He is teaching Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. If you've not had Science of Mind courses, this is the best one to take first of the 2 we're offering. Right. I hadn't had a foundational class. Gregory, he's teaching Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life tomorrow. That's September the 4th at 6 p.m. If you've had a foundational class and you are ready to move forward, Roots is the class of these 2 that you should take. And if you're especially interested in practitioner training in the future, this is an important part of that path. And so it's beginning next Thursday on the 11th, September 11th, and they both begin at 6 p.m. and they go until 8:30. There is a critical thinking workshop that's happening this coming Saturday with Mark Ruth and also Reverend Gregory Toole. I'm sorry that I will miss this. I'll be out of town, but I am sure it's going to be a delightful experience. And I hope those of you who just even think it might be interesting, it would just show up and just kind of take the temperature. It sounds wonderful. In our current times, with the prevalence of AI, social media, and sometimes less than objective news stories and news sources, how do we decipher what is true, reliable information? Join us as we strengthen our critical thinking skills. On Sunday, the Reverend Gregory and the Board of Trustees are inviting you to hear updates to this center it's at 12:30 Sunday, and that's going to be September the 7th. And everyone is welcome to be part of this, and that will be in Richelieu Hall. Oh, it's going to be here in the sanctuary. Men's Spirit Group is now meeting this month on September the 8th, Monday, since the 1st of September was a holiday. So in this month, it's the second Monday. And they meet in the foyer, and they come together at 7 p.m. Ecstatic Dance will be Wednesday, September the 10th at 7 p.m. instead of our first Mondays. Wait, wrong. I'm reading two things at once. I actually have some drops in my eyes. My apologies. The Ecstatic Dance is Wednesday, September the 10th at 7 p.m. in Richelieu Hall. We are having the Arts and Crafts Expo in Richelieu Hall on September 14th after service. So look forward to that on the 14th. Our Women's Circle will be meeting on Sunday, September 14th at 12:30 p.m. in the Teen Room. There is a fall concert and dance on Friday, September the 19th with the Soundscape Orchestra. Many people come and dance and have a great time. It's going to be in Richelieu Hall. There's no cost, and everyone is welcome. I think they open over there by 5:30, and so you can go and just gather and chat. Remembrance Day video. It'll be November, the first Sunday in November before we even turn around. So it's time to start considering if there are loved ones who have already made their transition whose photographs you would like to share. So we can do that, and then we'll make the video that will show. Please see our flyer at the activity table to see exactly how to do that, rather than just listen to an announcement. Just get that flyer if you think that's something you want to do. Flyers for all of our events, including the classes, including the activities that are coming, are out there on the activity table. That's something you can just pick up and take with you, so you don't necessarily have to remember every detail. We always are grateful for those who are volunteering. There are people in the back who volunteer. There are people in the office who volunteer, certainly, and hospitality. It is really the way our church really shares itself is through our volunteers. So thank you, and I appreciate your joining me in that gratitude. So today, our speaker is going to be Dr. Moira Foxe, but before that, we are going to have a musical selection by our lead musician, Elise Carver. Thank you, Elise.
Thank you, Reverend Catherine. This song is called God Is All There Is, and it's by the wonderful Ricky Byers. My wings were heavy, I could not fly, haunted by dreams that were meant to come true. Love was there, I could not see it, so the voice of salvation came shining through you, and it said, God is all there is, God is all there will ever be, God is all there is, God is all there will ever be. In the sky of my mind there was lightning and thunder. I never could trust it would finally be right, but the truth in your eyes said, don't worry, don't wonder. You sang your song that has light in the night, and you said, God is all there is, God is all there will ever be, God is all there is, God is all there will ever be. And like the shepherd, you pulled me through when my heart was troubled. I didn't know what to do. Your compassion planted a seed in my singing, all the time I'm singing. God is all there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. So if your wings are heavy and you cannot fly, haunted by dreams that were meant to come true, God is right there. You just have to see it. Let the voice of salvation come shining through you. 'Cause God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. God is all there is. God is all there will ever be. God is all there will ever be. God is all there will ever be. Thank you.
Good morning, all. I cannot tell you how good it is to feel the energy of this community, both in the sanctuary and looking in. It's a good day in the kingdom, and it's a good day in the kingdom for us all. So today I'm addressing thinking. There's nothing either good nor bad, but thinking makes it so, said the bard Shakespeare a long time ago. He really was a religious scientist, I think. So what we are going to do today, especially throughout our whole day, and for the rest of this week, and maybe the rest of our lives, we're going to pay attention to what we're thinking. Because when you fit feeling with thinking, you create your life's experience. It's thinking and feeling adjoined that creates our life experience. And of course, what we're thinking causes us to feel something. So therefore, it is seminal that you and I monitor our minds and take note of what we're thinking throughout our day. Because a thought is going to initiate a feeling. And if the feeling is not an affirmative one, there's a clash. And where there's a clash, there's disturbance. And where there's disturbance, there's discontent, and it goes on. So we want to keep our thought pure and clear and upward moving, forward moving, so that we can feel good, because they both influence each other. But feeling is a great influencer in the way we think. So you and I are called every single morning when we first open our eyes to make a decision, to decide, this is the day that the Lord has made, and I will be glad and rejoice in it. First thought in your head as you open your eyes. This is the day that the Lord has made, and I will be glad and rejoice in it. And then at night, when you're almost asleep, thank God for the day in which I arose up in spirit, because spirit arose up in me, and I was glad and I rejoiced in my day. And then every day becomes that wonderful source of energy that keeps us bubbly, that keeps us upbeat, that keeps us motivated, that keeps us on that clear path of good. Because you and I are created with that homing instinct in us, with that idea of heaven within us, with that motivation within us to be heavenly and to be good and to be of good and to create good in our lives and in our living. That's why we're here. We are here as the image and likeness of our source. We are the imitation of Christ. We are the imitation of our Creator. We are sourced by a power that is so unbelievable that we hardly are able to wrap ourselves around it while we're still wearing a body. And yet, it's what we can do. It's what we can do. When you and I are in touch with the true essence of our being, when we know who we really are in truth, and we begin to think that way and feel that way, there is no end to the good that you and I can get up to. No end. There's nothing either good nor bad, but thinking makes it so, said the bard Shakespeare a long time ago. There's nothing either good nor bad, but thinking makes it so. So we must ask ourselves, what are we thinking throughout our day? What am I thinking? Do you remember when you were a small child, your mother would say to you, "What are you thinking, child?" You know, but we need to say that to ourselves now. What am I thinking? If you wake up in the morning and you're energized and you're ready for your day, and up you get and jump into it, and then by lunchtime you're really feeling dreary and down and miserable, ask yourself, what have I been thinking? Because thinking makes it so. What if I... Do you remember when you're a small child, your mother would say to you, "What are you thinking, child?" So it's all about that. It's all about thought. And thought is connected to feeling. As I think it, feel it, so it is. Once you add your feeling to your thought, you're going to have the experience of that, whatever it is you're thinking and feeling. Thinking makes it so. How did you wake up this morning? What were your first thoughts? What were your first thoughts when you awakened this morning? Good God, it's morning. Or thank God, it's morning, it's a new day. See, there's a difference. Because thought is energy. Energy. And when you and I add our energy of feeling to our thinking, there's going to be an experience if we continue in that mode. So thought is very, very, very powerful and can be our greatest asset, or the opposite to the greatest asset, our downfall. There's nothing good nor bad, but thinking makes it so. So how did you wake up this morning? What were you thinking when you woke up this morning? What was the first thing came to mind? Good God, it's day already. It's a great, good, new day. Thank you, God. I'm in it. There's a difference, and energy is the difference. And as you know, we all have a personal energy. Some people walk into a room and you're delighted. Other people walk into the room, they suck the oxygen out of it. We all are sources and powers of energy. And we want to keep our energy high. We want to keep our energy according to the true essence of our being. And what is the true essence of our being? Each one of us is an individuated expression of the one, the only God, the good, the life-giving, the love-filled. That's who you are. Now, I don't know who you felt you were this morning when you woke up. How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? Good God, it's morning. Or, good God, it's a new day, and I get to express so much goodness in this day. I get to experience so much goodness in this day. Because that's who I am and how I am and how I'm made. I'm made good. I'm made of good stuff. The image and the likeness of God, God's self, is what I'm made of. So when you and I wake up in the morning, there ought to be a smile on our faces. Because we've awoken into a new day. We've awoken into the new opportunity to be that good. Be the good in the world that we wish to see, as Goethe said. Be the good in the world that you wish to see, you wish to experience. How else is good going to happen? Now, I don't know how you wake up in the morning, but make sure from here on in, you wake up with gusto and appreciation and gladness for a new day, wherein you can be the very best of yourself and decide before you get out of the bed, I am going to be the best of myself today. Today is going to see me at my best. Why not? Why not? And remember, nothing good or bad except thinking makes it so. So watch your thinking, because your thinking will initiate your feeling. And when you put feeling with thinking, you've got a power. And you can realize wonderful things. Wonderful things. You're here to realize wonderful things. Have you realized that yet? I'm here to express the Godhood. I'm here to express heaven. I'm here to express the true essence of my being. I have made you for myself, and your hearts cannot rest until they rest in me, it is written. Where is your heart resting? And where is your mind settling? Because that depends on how your day is going to be and how you show up in the day and the way your day makes you feel. Couple the thinking with the feeling and you're going to get an experience. So watch those thoughts. You might wake up in the morning feeling terrific, and by lunchtime you're on your knees. What happened? What happened? What happened was something went awry in your thinking. Nothing but the power of thought. Thought is energy. It's energy. And so every thought you and I think matters. Matters. Again, remember, as children, what were you thinking, child? It's a wonderful thing to have a handle on your thought. It's a wonderful, freeing, liberating thing. And the mind loves to wander. Oh my goodness me, does the mind love to wander? Just when you think you've got it in check. And anybody who meditates knows how the mind loves to wander. But you bring it back, you bring it back, you bring it back. You train it. You've got to train your minds until you get to the point where you know that thinking is such an important thing in your life, and you keep ahead of it, and you keep it centered, and you rein it in. You rein it in. Who was it that said that none of us can afford the luxury of one negative thought? None of us can afford the luxury of one negative thought. Now, life is challenging, I know it, and above all, people are challenging. We are challenging as far as keeping good thoughts and so on. You can get up in the morning spry and really feeling energetic and good and wanting and willing to get into the day, and then by lunchtime you're on your knees. What happened? Your thinking changed. That's what happened. And when your thinking changes, your feeling changes. Because thinking and feeling go together. What I'm thinking creates feeling. So the next time you feel gloomy and doomy and low, ask yourself, what am I thinking? What have I been thinking for the last couple of hours? And then change your stinking thinking, as it is said in Science of Mind. Change your stinking thinking. Mind is powerful, so very powerful. And we can use that mind for great, great good. And if all of us collectively on this planet would get together and think peace and kindness and goodness and caring and sharing and love, we'd be living in heaven on earth. Nothing good nor bad, but thinking makes it so. So when you find yourself going into the doldrums, when you find yourself sinking, ask yourself, what have I been thinking? I don't want to sink anymore. And then think wonderful thoughts. God, by means of me, is on the rise, upward, forward, and onward. Remember, your thinking is creating your feelings. And they go hand in hand. As I think it, so I feel. As I think it, so it is. As I think it, etc. Your mind is your best asset or your greatest enemy. It can be either or. It can be either or. You can operate at the end of either of those scales. Think it, think it, think it, feel it, feel it, feel it, think it, think it, think it, feel it, feel it. Right where I am, God is. And where God is, all is well. Say that. Right where I am, God is. And where God is, all is well. Let's say it together. Right where I am, God is. And where God is, all is well. If I had $1 for every time I tell myself that, I'd be very wealthy. I could take us all on a world cruise. And you have to tell yourself that until you convince yourself that that's the truth. You can't just say, I said it to myself once or twice, or even 3 times, and it didn't work. You have to work it. And that means you stick with it until it does work. Because God, by means of you and me, wants to work through each one of us on this plane to lift it up. to lift it up, to realize heaven on earth. And if we don't do it, it doesn't get done. Who else do you think is going to do it? The challenge for each one in this room and listening in is to know how amazing you are, how incredibly, awesomely powerful you are, and that you have this power within you that's divine, it's heavenly, and you can use it for the good of all of life and living, your own and everyone else's. We just haven't awakened into that understanding yet. Because if we all had, this world would be different. The God I am, say that. Say it out loud. Shout it out. Again. Again. Do you feel the energy of that? The God I am. You need to say that to yourself throughout your day. I'm the image, I am the likeness, I am the representation of God. That's how I'm made. I'm not all my faults and failings. I'm not all of my mistakes. I never was a mistake. I am the God I am. Say that. I am the God I am. Out loud. I am the God I am. Now shout it. I am the God I am. Again. I am the God I am. Again. I am the God I am. And I'm going to leave you with that to ponder for the rest of the day and the rest of your life. The God I am. So the next time you begin to feel a little weak or a little tempted in some way, remember, the God I am. The God I am. The God I am. And so it is. So it is. Enjoy the rest of your day. And be that peace in the world that the world needs so badly right now. See you next time.
Thank you for that great talk, Dr. Moira. We're gonna come back to you in a moment for questions and prayers and all that. But for now, let's give her another hand. That was an awesome talk. Yes. For now, I think I'll come up here. For now, we've got our time of conscious giving. Thanks for the ways that you give to this community and keep us thriving here. We've got great things to do. Dr. Moira laid it out really well. We've got great things to do. The God I am, the God you are, the God we are has great things to do, yes? All right, so let's see, many ways to give. Are we putting that up today? There we go. Yes, we are. We have the power. We have the power. So there are many ways to give. We've got a text to give, 424-379-3733. You can use the QR code. You can go to the website, redondocsl.org/donate. And thank you for the ways that you give. And those of you online, also we welcome you to, if you receive something good today, consider supporting us financially. So let's go to our affirmation that we shall say together as we hold our gift. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper all those who give and all those who receive. I rejoice in the sharing of my good, and I release my gift with love, and so it is. All right, we'll hear a song from Elise, and then we're going to come back to you, Dr. Moira.
Yes, for a prayer, of course.
This song is called I Know God.
Thank you.
By Denise Rosier. I am one, simple and plain, no superpowers, no famous name, But I stand tall, 'cause I believe that something greater has come alive inside of me. I have felt the Spirit stirring in my soul. Got a hold of me, so wide open, so amazing. It takes my breath away when it occurs to me. In a world where so many feel lost, I know God. The Spirit in me meets the same in you. I have felt this fire burning in my soul, deep in my soul. I will give love, I will speak peace, all because of the love that's got a hold of me. So wide open, so amazing. It takes my breath away when it occurs to me. In a world where so many feel lost, I know God. Ooh, I will give love, I will speak peace, all because of the love that's got a hold of me. So wide open, so amazing. It takes my breath away when it occurs to me. In a world where so many feel lost, in a world where so many feel lost, in a world where so many feel lost, I know God. I know God.
No. God and I are one. There is no separation. And I am that expression of spirit on this plane. And so I acknowledge that power and that presence within me. And the only time I ever want to get lost is to be lost in the love and in the light and in the peace and in the joy of God. And I am knowing now that every mind and heart on this plane is moved, it's touched by the very presence that lives within each one. And that consciousness rises up amongst us all. And that consciousness is that sense and sensibility of being in the presence all of the time. God's presence never leaves me. When God enters in, God remains and is always a very real and present help. So I am grateful. I am grateful for being awake enough to know this, to be awake enough to feel this, to be awake enough to believe this, that God is ever present and there is never a moment when I am absent from God's presence. And I am knowing that Spirit within me moves me every time I feel a little off, to wake up and remember that right where I am, God is. And where God is, all is well. I know this not just in my mind. I know it in my heart. I know it in my soul. I know it in my life. So I release the statement of truth into the law, knowing it is immediately responded to as I say. And so it is. So it is. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for looking in. And thank you for your beautiful music, my dear. Thank you. Oh, yes. Anybody got a question? Love questions. Yes.
Moira, always such a pleasure to see you, and your sermons uplift me, and I think I speak for everybody else. Tony Robbins says that there's a study out there where they took depressed people and had them make the biggest smile possible for, I forget how long, but it changed their thinking. So do you ever believe that feeling can precede thoughts, change our thoughts, perhaps?
Oh, I think that there's a marriage between thought and feeling. I think they both go together. I think what we're thinking creates feeling all the time. And it's either good feeling or not such good feeling. But I mean, you and I have the ability then to change our thinking, and we change our lives. Isn't that what we say? And so you and I are always changing our thinking throughout the day, one way or another. But yes, I mean, really and truly, if we could wake up to the realization of the awesomeness of the power that is within us, we'd be completely transformed. There's no doubt about that in my mind. I mean, when I say right where we are, God is, I mean it. So you and I can keep leaning into Spirit throughout our day, all the time.
So maybe the next question is, can we make a physical action that would inspire the mental and the emotional, like a smile?
Oh, absolutely.
Can that come first, I guess, is the question.
Well, I think there's a prompting comes first. Something in you prompts you to realize and remember that right where I am, God is, and where God is, all is well. There is that inner prompting all the time that goes on. I mean, Spirit enters in and never leaves. We're never left alone. Whatever Spirit enters into, Spirit remains. And so if anyone's missing, it's us. It's not Spirit. And a smile, yes, a smile can change a whole sense and sensibility, you know, either in the one smiling or the one receiving the smile. It can definitely change us and lift up our energies, yes. There's a big difference between a smile and a frown. But remember, a frown is only a smile upside down. Any other questions? My goodness. No other questions? When I used to be sitting down there, I had tons of questions. And I'm sure they would want me rather to just ask one and be done. Anyway, that means...
Thank you. Dr. Moira, it's more of a request, really. A very good friend of mine recently just was rushed to the hospital for emergency surgery in her stomach. I believe her intestines ruptured and is in the hospital in recovery. I was wondering if you would offer a treatment for her health and recovery, please.
What's her name?
Her name is Cassandra.
Cass. So this prayer treatment is for Cass. It's spoken in the first person because these are the words of Spirit speaking in Spirit's truth for Cass. So this is what we're all going to know as we close our eyes and open ourselves up to that divine awareness that Cass is ready now to relieve herself of this challenge, this physical challenge in her life. She is ready to be healed, to be whole, and to be healthy. She is open and receptive to the care that she's been given by all those wonderful people in the hospital. And this is a new beginning for Cass. Out of this happening in her life, great good flows. And I am knowing deeply that the power and the presence of Spirit is now moving through every cell of her body, making everything new, mending and fixing and healing whatever needs to be mended and fixed and healed, moving through her mind, clearing every doubtful thought out of that mind, and leaving only in her mind those peaceful thoughts that assure her that she is open and receptive now to her wholeness and her wellness and her fullness of being, and is ready for a new lease on life. Because God, by means of her, is whole, is complete, is open and receptive now to the moreness of life and the fullness of life and the great energy of life. So I release Cass into the divine, beautiful, wonderful, loving kindness of her Creator, knowing that all is well within her, around her, about her, above her, and below her. And that God, by means of her, is on the mend. So I release this truth now into law. And I know it is so, as I say, and so it is, and so it is. And we'll remember that throughout the day. All is well with Cass. And life is moving for her into a whole new projection of herself as the wonderful person that she is. And that goes for each one of you too. Life is moving you into the wonderful knowing and awareness of the wonderful person you are. So upward, forward, out there and at it. Oh, was there another question?
Well, I don't have a question, but I wanted to invite you all to the Labyrinth, which will be right after this service.
So would anybody like to care to join the group in the Labyrinth room and have a lovely journey and travel with Spirit and see what happens? You'd be amazed sometimes at what comes out of that labyrinth walk.
Well,
so upward, forward, and onward.
Let's give another hand to Dr. Moira, Dr. Moira Foxe. Another great talk. Thank you so much.
Let's give a great hand for this good gentleman here who's doing a great job of taking care of you all while I was away.
Thank you, Dr. Moira.
Wonderful, wonderful minister. We're blessed. All right, up and at the labyrinth now. You thought you were finished, but you're not. You're not done yet. You're still cooking.